What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the show. Been gone for a while. Trying not to end up like a zombie off The Walking Dead. You know, the corona's out there, so stay safe, you guys. We have a lot to talk about this episode. I'm super excited. Welcome to the freaking show.
Hey, what's going on? Brian here. Thank you so much for your support, Derek. It means the world to me, and I think it's amazing that you are doing YouTube videos as well. Keep it going. Make sure to subscribe to Derek Reptile channel. Go show that some love and all that type of stuff because we need good content out there. Anyways, thank you so much for your support on everything. You know, all my animals are just loving it here. Reptarium is getting close to opening up again, which is going to be really amazing. So hopefully, if you get a chance, come and visit me. Hang out with me at the Reptarium, meet a bunch of stuff. We can talk YouTube, we can talk animals, we can talk all that stuff. So, hey, listen, just keep up the good work. And like I said, tell all your people to subscribe to Derek's Reptile channel.
Welcome back, you guys. Hope you've been staying safe, social distance, even from your pets. No, I'm lying. Don't do that. That would break my heart. I love my pets, love my family too. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to talk about buying animals during the corona epidemic. It's insane. If you go to PetSmart, which I frequently visit there, they have changed a lot of their rules. It used to be you could walk inside PetSmart, no mask, no nothing, go straight to the animal section, pick up any animal you want, touch them, do all kind of stuff. Well, this new pandemic has changed a lot of stuff. PetSmart is everywhere, so let's talk about some of the rules that they have changed. Rule number 1, you're not getting in the store without a mask. Yeah, which I think that's amazing. I love that they're practicing social distancing and trying to keep people safe. The next rule is, and like I said, it used to be you can go back and touch the animals. You can't even touch the animals anymore. So the store associate is going to ask you, you can touch the animal, but you cannot touch it unless you reassure them that you're going to buy it. They're not letting you touch an animal unless you walk in there and you tell them, I'm going to buy this animal. Now, here's the next rule. They're not letting you touch an animal after 5 o'clock. After 5, keep in mind, they're open till 7, 8 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, they're shutting the animal touching down, which I think is okay. They don't want to stress their animals. Don't want to get them sick. It's kind of easier for them to monitor stuff while they have that time limit there. And another rule which kind of just burned me alive. It made me so mad. I thought it was stupid. But I mean, I understand it. I do. I totally understand it. They don't, during this epidemic, they do not want people to bring pets back because you know they don't know what you gave that animal and they don't want to contaminate their collection. So one of the rules that PetSmart has implemented during this pandemic is they will not let you buy an animal. What do you mean? If you go in there and you say I want to buy an animal, the first thing that they're going to make you do is set everything up. So they're not going to sell you an animal until they're for sure that you have a cage, temperature gauge, the substrate for that animal, the hideouts for that animal. They're going to ask you. They're going to say, do you have the proper setup for this animal? So, for instance, like if it's your first pet and you need a cage, and you think you're about to buy the snake and the cage, they're going to tell you, sir, you can buy the cage, go home and set it up, and then you can come back tomorrow and we'll let you purchase your animal. They will not sell you an animal until you have your setup already done. So you can go in there and buy an animal, but if you think you're going in there and you're buying an animal, a cage, the substrate, they're not going for it. Which, it kind of upset me. But I kind of understand. They want to make sure you're set up at your house. They want to make sure when you purchase that animal, you take it home and you don't want to bring it back because, like I said, this is a pandemic. You know, they don't want to give you that animal. You take it home and get it sick and then bring it back and then they infect their collection. So I totally get it. Next off, we're in the snake room. We're going to talk about some changes that I've made. As you see, I got a new vision cage. I'm super stoked about it. Super stoked. If you're a reptile collector, a vision cage, and you were able to get your hand on the vision cage, I recommend it. They're the best cage in the market. They hold humidity so well. They're just a joy to have. Shout out to Tyler Nolan. He's my freaking idol. He has 1,000 vision cages, and they're just gorgeous cages. I'll let you kind of get a tour of it. Oh, I love them. If you watch Chandler's Wildlife, he uses nothing but vision cages. In my opinion, cages are kind of like your animals. You're going to have your beginner cages, and then bam, you're going to have your professional cages. Animals are the same way. You're going to have your beginner animals, you're going to have your intermediate animals, and you're going to have your professional animals. I love my collection. I'm pretty much done. I've made a couple changes. Not going to lie, I've had a couple snakes that I just could not get to thrive. I'm not going to lie. I had a Solomon Island ground boa. Could not get him to thrive. I tried everything. Sadly, he passed away. I just couldn't get him to eat. I tried everything. Live mice, dead mice. I tried scenting the mice with guts from another mice. I've tried anoles. I've tried everything I could possibly try. I'm not going to lie to you. Being an animal owner, you're not going to get every animal to thrive. I mean, it's going to happen. If you watch Chandler's Wildlife, his coral snake died. He set up an aquatic aquarium, did everything right. He had his temperature right, his humidity right, he had the food selection right, and it just did not thrive. Sometimes it's going to happen when you're dealing with intermediate snakes or professional snakes. So I've made a couple changes in my collection. Up here, I have my king snake. She's in there. Right here, I have my gecko. His name is Negan. And down there, I have my corn snake, Brownie. He's hiding. I'm not going to bother him because I just fed him. And in here is my new gorgeous girl. Her name is Khaleesi. She is a Amazon tree boa. Gorgeous snake. And I mean gorgeous. Y'all will have to stay tuned. I'm not going to get my Amazon tree boa out. She's gorgeous, but I just got her today. So I'm trying to get her to acclimate. If you know anything about Amazon tree boas, they can be a little aggressive or more on the defensive side. And they have to be. They're from the Amazon. They sit in the trees all day. They wrap around trees and they wait for bats to fly by and they literally just grab them out the air. So they focus a lot on movement. I walk around in my man cave and it watches me. I love this snake. It's an Amazon tree boa. If you've been following me for a while, you already seen my king snake and my corn snake. So before this episode is over, I will get my gecko out. I don't know if you're a snake lover, cool. I have a leopard gecko in my collection. My fiance talked me into getting. She's laughing in the background. She's snickering. I love him. He's dope. You just have to make sure you have everything on point in their enclosure. A leopard gecko requires a hot hide, a cold hide, and a humid hide. The humid hide is to help them shed. You cannot spray their cage because they come from a dry area. Just one of the driest areas in the world. So they like to find a nice wet spot, somewhere under a rock and they shed. Something trifling that they do? They eat their shed. I haven't seen this thing shed once, but I know it shed because I've seen shed on the back of its tail, which tells me it ate its shed. That's super trite, ain't it? They eat mealworms, crickets, stuff like that, and they eat every day. It's kind of like owning a dog in a cage. They eat every day, and they poop every day. So before this episode is over, I'm going to get him out, show him to you guys. And you have to stay tuned. Next episode, I will be showing my Amazon tree boa. My whole next episode is going to be about my Amazon tree boa. So stay tuned. We're getting ready to get Negan out of his cage. Yeah, I like Negan. Matter of fact, let me show you something. You see it. You see it? Negan, the Walking Dead. You see it? Yeah. That's why his name is Negan. I'm a big Walking Dead fan. So, stay tuned. We'll be right back. I'm coming right back with Negan. Oh, this little guy right here is Negan, you guys. He is a leopard gecko. Gorgeous tail. You're getting fat, dude. I love him to death. Gonna be honest, I was interested in getting a Gila monster. I messaged a breeder and I was like, hey, how much is a Gila monster? He said $1,000 and I about fell out. So this is my dollar store version of a Gila monster. Meet Negan, the leopard gecko. Gorgeous animal. Pretty easy to take care of. A pretty easy beginner leopard. Like I said, they need 3 hides, a cold, moist, and a humid. They need water. They need calcium every other feeding. And they need some places to hide. Ultimately, you want them in a 20-gallon. I have mine in a 10-gallon right now. I'm getting ready to upgrade them after he grows a little bit. But all in all, a very hardy Lecco. I said Lecco. I'm tired. A very hardy gecko for beginners. And I would definitely recommend them. So, say what's up, Negan. Little high maintenance, but I mean, if you got the time, if you can eat, you can feed him. He eats every day. He's not like a snake that eats once a week or once every 2 weeks. He eats every day. And you got to make sure you give him calcium too. So otherwise, their bones could just they're so fragile. They're fragile little things. All right, say bye, Negan. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is Derek's Reptiles. Super stoked. Like I said, I just got my vision cage. I've been blessed. My family's been blessed. I just got my vision cage. I'm working on getting more. I just got my new Amazon tree boa, which I'm super stoked about. I just got my new leopard gecko. I love my collection. I'm happy. I don't need 500 snakes. I don't have a museum. I have 3 snakes. In my mind, I got 2 norms. The 2 normals you can get at PetSmart. And then I went to a little hole-in-the-wall pet store. And I got my little exotic snake, my little exotic. So that's the test. I need to see if I can get an exotic snake to thrive. Thank you for tuning in. Hoped me telling you about PetSmart and buying animals during the corona. I hope you learned some stuff. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace out.